Alright, welcome back guys to another homework video. So today we're going to be looking at homework 2 for semester 2, and so what you guys were told to do is to basically build this class called the line editor, which would let you delete parts of a string. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you that I have mine that works. So you guys were told to delete all of the periods from the Grapes of Wrath, but that has to do with reading files, which I know you guys learned in class. So I'm going to trust that you know how to do that. If you don't, just let me know in the comments and I'll do a video specifically on reading from file, but I'm pretty sure that at this point you guys know how to do that. So we just have this string razzle dazzle, and then I'm going to delete the z's from it. So let me go ahead and run that real quick for you. Oops. If you click on it while it's running, it'll do that. So just run it again. And there we go, the z's are gone. So now that you know that it works, let's go ahead and take a look at how we did it. So you were told to make the delete method, the delete all method, and then also the constructor, and you were given this private variable myline. So we have public line editor with the input parameter of a string, and then this was pretty easy. So you just set myline to whatever cheese is, and then from there, because we're going to be working with myline because it's private so that all of the methods have access to it, so then you just set myline, so then we're going to be editing myline from then on out. So then let's go ahead and take a look at delete. So this has a parameter of string str, and then so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to declare an int, and so int where is myline.indexOf str, so we're going to find where, as the name suggests, str first occurs, and so then we're going to have string A and string B. We're just declaring them so they exist for right now. We're not going to have them be anything yet. And then if where does not equal -1. So in other words, if there is an occurrence of str within my line, then we're going to set A to myline.substring from 0 to where. So the thing about substring is that the second parameter will go right up to the one before it. So let's say this is like where is like 5, it'll go to index 4. So it stops right before where the string str begins. And then B is myline.substring a.length, so however long a is, plus str.length, so however long str is. So basically it's going to start once, like, the index after a and str. So it's basically skipping str and then going all the way to the end, because if you use substring with only one parameter, the first parameter is where you start and then it goes to the end of the string. So then now that we have basically cut out str, so we're taking the first part before str and then the part after str, and now we're just going to add them together, put back into my line, and so that's delete. And then next we have delete all, and so again, when you're doing a method like this, it depends on methods that you've already written. The AP graders, they are going to count it correct if you use your method within this method correctly. So even if delete doesn't work, if this works, assuming that delete works, then you get the full points for this method. You just lose points on however incorrect delete is. So never worry about, once you're moving on to the next part, never worry about whether or not this part works correctly, because you will get the points for using it correctly, even if it doesn't actually work. So anyways, so we're going to delete all of the occurrences of str. So again, we're starting with where it is, which is index of, and then while where does not equal 1, so while we can find a place where str is within my line, we're going to use delete, so we're just going to delete it, and then we're going to reassign where, check to see if it's still there, and then we're just going to keep going until where is -1, so we can't find any more occurrences of str, and then that's the end of the method. And then we're given this toString method, which means that we can print this line editor class. Don't forget that. I was helping a student the other day, and I forgot about that, and it didn't work because I was telling her to use it incorrectly. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm not printing test, because test never changes. Test is, we don't ever do anything to test. We do stuff to ex. We do stuff to the myline variable within ex. And so because of this toString method, we can print ex And so that'll show us what we've done to my line. But if we print test, let me just go ahead and show you that. Print test, it won't actually do anything because we haven't changed test. We just put test as the parameter for, see, we didn't do anything in test, but we did do stuff to EX. So hopefully that makes sense. And so this wasn't a super long homework, and there are other ways to do it. The student that I was helping had another way that totally worked, and was totally legit and was super great. So, you know, as always, if you have another way to do that, that's fantastic. But hopefully this method helped you guys out, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you.